Hello everyone. Today we are going to review the design aspects of Advitify. The agenda for the day is the design goals, the architecture of the system, the hardware and software configuration, the database design, the interface design, and the UML diagrams. We start with the design goals. So to design the system, we have 5 design goals and 5 design strategies. For the design goals, we have first the division of labor, that means limit interactions and apply modular decomposition. Number 2 is designed for understandability, that is understand, maintain, debug and test models locally, ideally in isolation. Number 3 is designed for change. Anticipate change where possible. Small changes in the requirements should only require small changes in the implementation. Number 4 is designed for reuse. That is to ensure classes contain well-defined tasks reusable in many contexts. And number 5, designed for robustness. That is apply modular protection, and when errors present, they should not leak across modules. For the strategies, we have number 1, explicit interfaces. That means keeping classes small and exchanging as little information as possible. Number 2, information hiding. That means a module exposes the interface but hides how it implements it. Number 3, low coupling. Modules should depend on other modules as few as possible. Number 4, high cohesion. That means all the responsibilities of a module should be related and well defined. And number 5, low representational gap. Align object model with domain model. That name classes correspond to real world concepts. Then we are going to review the architecture of the system. Our system is based on a 3-layer architecture, and as you can see here, we have the client side with the user interface created with React. Then through an HTML request, we are going to manage the request from the client, and our system will be based on Next.js. The presentation layer will present the page to the user, the application layer will do the back-end functions, and the data layer will work with the database that will be based on MySQL. For the hardware and software configuration of our system and server, on the software side, our web framework will be Next.js, our programming language will be React and JavaScript, our database will be MySQL, our development tools are Visual Studio Code and Git as our version controller. Our web server will be based on Node.js and Apache. For the hardware, our processor is an Intel Core i5 or higher, memory RAM it's 16 GB, storage at least 256 GB, and a high-speed internet network. For the database design, our database is a relational database. We'll have many tables, as you can see here. So, for example, our users table includes the user ID, the username, email, the password hash, the user type, and the time it was created and updated. For the consultants, we can see similar things like the consultant ID, user ID, field of expertise, charge rate, schedule, legal agreement, rating, and the times it was created and updated. Our complete design can be reviewed at this web page. where you can see all the tables and all the relations between them. Some tables are just the relations between two or more tables. So this is where you can check it out. Okay, now we continue with the interface design. Our interface will be a clean and minimalist design. As you can see in this main page, it does not have a lot of components, only the basic ones to keep it simple. As you can see in the consultant profile, for example, the design is organic, it is also very simple, and here the clients can look all the information of the consultants to see if they like it, if it is interesting for them. On the other side, on the client dashboard, they have all the important things to see their calendar, their schedules, their notifications, etc. As well as the previous pages, it is a clean design, organic and minimalist. Finally, here we can see an example of an online session between a consultant and a client. Now we continue with the UML diagrams. First, we start with the class diagram. As you can see here, we have the customer name, address, email. It includes the basic information. We also have the consultant. They both come from the user class. We also have the dashboard, the meeting details, and the payment. And finally, the sequence diagram. Or sequence diagram, we can see that it starts with the user interacting with the web browser. How? Well, entering the username and password to verify the credentials. If everything is correct, the login is successful. If no, the login fails. Then the user can search for consultants and the system will show the consultant matches, if any, and if no, it will show no matches. Then the user can book a meeting, and then after the meeting is booked, the customer can proceed with the payment. We are going to verify the payment. If the payment is good, we're going to generate the meeting details and confirmation. If the customer does not proceed with the payment, the meeting will be cancelled. So this is the basic sequence diagram of our system. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.